Have you ever felt like you're looking for that secret key, the one that unlocks a really complex topic super quickly?
Yeah, like finding that one piece of info that just makes everything click. Suddenly it all makes sense.
Exactly. And it feels like you've found this hidden path to understanding. Well, that's kind of the journey we want to take you on today.
Right. It's not just about collecting facts, is it?
Yeah.
Real understanding, it comes from seeing the connections, the why behind it all.
Hmm.
And our goal today is really to help you have those aha moments. Make it stick.
Spot on. And that's why today we're diving deep into the world of electric skateboards.
Mm.
Specifically, we're looking at two motor types, hub motors and direct drive motors.
Yeah, and we want to go beyond just the tech specs. We're going to look at how these differences really shape how you ride, how you feel on the board.
We're digging into excerpts from the Hub versus Direct Drive Qualis Major Pair Skates Electricos video. It's from the Skates Electricos podcast, YouTube channel. Great stuff there.
And our mission, really, is to pull out the practical stuff, the subtle feelings, those moments that make you go, oh, that's why it matters. So by the end, you'll really get why choosing your motor type is such a big deal for your ride.
Okay, so let's kick things off with practicality and personalization, because how easy something is to use definitely affects how much you enjoy it, right?
Absolutely.
The source material uses this great analogy for direct drive customization, calls it a Formula One pit stop.
It's actually a really good comparison. It's surprisingly simple. So imagine you've got a board like the Black Carf 3 they show.
Okay.
Maybe you want to swap your street wheels like Onra Wheels for some bigger, comfier Mad Max 125.
Right, for rougher paths, maybe.
Exactly. With direct drive, you literally just undo one nut, slide the wheel off, pop the new one on, put the washer and nut back, done.
Seriously, just one nut.
Yeah, no messing with belts, no lining up multiple screws like you have to with some other systems. It makes switching things up super quick, not a chore at all.
Wow, that sounds way less intimidating than I thought. For someone new, does that make it easier to, like, experiment? And it's not just wheels, right? What about adapters? Like going from, say, an A-beef wheel to a kegel.
Precisely. That's easy too, just a few screws for the adapter itself. And those adapters, the little slips they call them, they're pretty cheap.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it breaks down that money barrier. You can actually afford to play around, try different wheels, different setups, without worrying you're making some huge expensive mistake.
Okay, I get it. So it really opens up customization for everyone.
It really does. For new riders, it's encouraging. For experienced folks, it's just maximum flexibility to really dial in their ride. It's a big shift.
So that ease, that flexibility, it leads us to the next point, real options. Because direct drive sounds super flexible, but hub motors, they can be a bit more limited.
Yeah, that's a fair point. By design, they're a bit more enclosed. Like the source mentions, Facundo's hub skate mainly takes 105mm wheels.
Like cloud wheels, those are popular.
Right, the Galaxy Pros, great wheels, but you're kind of in that size range. And if you want a bigger 165mm hub, you're usually looking at airless all-terrain tires.
Which are solid, right? Not air-filled.
Exactly. They handle rougher stuff, but don't have that same cushioning as pneumatic air-filled tires.
I see.
But here's where direct drive really shines now. They've gotten much better at handling pneumatic AT wheels natively. That was always seen as a big win for belt drives. You know, their AT capability.
So direct drive is catching up there.
Big time. It closes a lot of that gap, giving you AT options without the belts.
Interesting. And I guess even belt drives have limits sometimes, right? Like needing risers for big wheels so they don't bite the deck.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The source mentions that with the Parsec board. But, you know, even with hubs, where the choices are fewer, people still find ways to experiment.
Like what?
Bigger wheels just on the front, or inverting wheels for a different look and feel. It's all about finding what works for you.
That makes sense. It's all personal preference in the end.
Totally. And speaking of personal, let's shift gears to the feeling of the ride. This is where hub and direct drive really stand out for me. The silence.
Yes, the going like ninjas description. I love that. What does that silence actually do for the rider? Because compared to belt drives, which can be pretty loud, these are way quieter.
It completely changes your focus. Instead of hearing the machine, the motor whining or grinding.
Yeah, that constant whir.
Right? You start connecting with other things. You feel the ground under your feet, every little bump and texture. You connect, like the source says, with everything. The wind, your balance, just the environment.
It's less about the board, more about the actual experience of moving through space.
Exactly. It's about the pure sensation of gliding.
Wow.
That lack of mechanical noise just lets you sink into the ride much more deeply.
They describe it as almost trance-like, a flying sensation, even compared it to the Back to the Future hoverboard,
Hmm.
because that quiet lets you get totally absorbed. It sounds like it could turn a commute into something, well, almost meditative.
It really can. Think about it.
Mm.
When you're not constantly processing that motor noise, your other senses sharpen up. You notice more. You feel the carve more intensely.
Right.
That's what leads to that feeling of flying or being in a trance. It's a deeper connection to the actual movement, turning a trip into something more mindful, more immersive.
And it's not just the Zen aspect, is it? There are practical upsides, too, like free roll.
Oh, absolutely crucial. They glide really well when you let off the power, feels super smooth, carries momentum nicely.
Okay. And battery life.
Significantly better. The source flat out says the same battery consumes much less,
Wow.
which means longer rides, more relaxed rides.
Mm.
They mention a backfire board at 70% charge and still feeling totally calm about having loads of range left.
So less range anxiety, you're not constantly checking the battery meter.
Exactly. You can just enjoy the ride, stay in that quiet, immersive zone for longer. It all connects back the quiet, the efficiency, the feeling. It lets you focus on the experience, not the battery percentage.
Okay, so we've covered the feel, the customization, but what about, the nitty-gritty, performance, durability? Because there are some myths out there, right?
Definitely. And durability is a huge one. The source tells this amazing story about Facundo's hub motorscape.
Oh yeah, the delivery board.
That's the one. At the time of the video, it had done 4,950 kilometers.
Almost 5,000 K, that's a lot.
It is, especially considering it was used for Glovo and Uber deliveries. Hard miles.
Right, stop, start, different road conditions.
Exactly. And the kicker, he says it never left me stranded. Not once.
Wow. 5,000 kilometers of delivery work with no breakdowns. That's
Yeah.
seriously impressive reliability.
It's incredible. And think about the contrast with belt drives. Often you're doing weekly checks, belt tension, cleaning pulleys, checking tire pressure if they're pneumatic.
Yeah, it can be a bit of maintenance.
With these hub and direct drive setups, you get more pure enjoyment time because there's just less fiddling. The source even claims, maybe a bit boldly, that no other vehicle, electric or non-electric, offers that reliability at that mileage without issues.
That really makes you think about what you expect from a personal electric vehicle. Low hassle is a big plus.
Huge. Now, about power, there's this idea that hub and direct drives are somehow weak.
Right, that they don't have enough oomph.
Well, they might not have that super aggressive instant kick of some high-powered belt or gear drives, but the source is clear. They easily hit limit speeds of 40, 45 kilometers per hour.
Which, let's be honest, is plenty fast for most people on most rides, even if the board can go faster.
Totally. They mentioned a backfire hub hitting like 62 to 68 kilometer flat out, but yeah, 40, 45 is a comfortable, usable top end for many.
And braking, that's important too.
Excellent braking, really solid, reliable stopping power. And they specifically mentioned that pairing them with Mad Max wheels makes the braking even better.
Those bigger, softer wheels give more grip for stopping.
Seems like it. So you've got enough speed for thrills, but also really good control when you need to slow down or stop. It covered the bases for most riders.
Okay, so performance is solid. But what about those all-terrain wheels? You mentioned direct drive handles them better now. Any catches?
Good question. The source loves the Valrock ZS direct drive with AT wheels, quiet, comfy, grippy. But there was one specific thing to be aware of. Potential overheating.
Ah, when did that happen?
Under pretty extreme conditions, they give one very specific example.
Yeah.
It was after 2 solid hours of riding, climbing lots of hills, and it was scorching hot 39 degrees Celsius outside.
Okay, so really pushing it.
Exactly.
Hmm.
In that specific situation, the motor throttled back the speed temporarily, limited it to 25 kilometer hours to protect itself.
Did it recover?
Yep. A quick stop, like 5 or 10 minutes to cool down, and it was fine. Ride continued, no damage.
So it's not like it dies, it just protects itself. And that sounds like a pretty rare scenario for most riders.
Very rare for the average user. It's really an edge case. And they also point out the risk is much lower with wheels like the Mad Max 125.
Because there are more natural size for the motor, less strain.
Seems to be the idea. They put less stress on the motor compared to some really big, heavy AT wheels. So it comes back to matching your gear to your riding style.
Gotcha. So it's a factor, but maybe not a deal breaker for most.
Probably not. And look, it's crucial to say this whole discussion isn't about bashing belt drives or gear drives.
Right, they have their own strengths.
Absolutely. This is just about exploring what makes hub and direct drives special, what kind of ride they offer. Like the source says, each thing has its moment. The best choice really depends on what you prioritize.
Your riding style, where you ride, what feel you're after.
Exactly. It's finding your perfect match.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. What have we learned today for you, the listener? We've seen how hub and direct drive motors, especially direct drive, offer this almost Formula One level of ease for customization. Swapping wheels is quick, not a hassle.
Makes personalization really accessible.
We talked about that incredible quietness, the ninja-like ride that lets you connect with the ground, feel like you're flying, almost meditative.
A totally different sensory experience compared to louder drives.
Plus, amazing durability, like that 5,000-kilometer delivery board story, and really low maintenance. You spend more time riding, less time wrenching.
And solid performance too. Enough speed for most, great braking, plus good efficiency for longer rides.
While also being aware of the nuances, like potential overheating with big AT wheels, but only under really extreme conditions.
Right. It paints a picture of a riding style that's maybe less about raw, aggressive power and more about smooth, silent, connected flow.
Yeah, a different philosophy, one that prioritizes that sensory connection, quiet efficiency, turning a commute into something, well, more enjoyable, more immersive.
Making the board feel like an extension of you, not just a machine carrying you.
Exactly. So thinking about that trance-like flying feeling, that deep connection, how does that change how we think about just getting around town? Is it just transport, or could it be something more, maybe more mindful?
That's a great question.
And if we can bring that ninja-like quiet efficiency and deeper awareness to something like riding a skateboard, what other parts of our lives could benefit from that kind of approach? Less noise, more connection, something to think about next time you're gliding down the street.